And welcome to episode 3 of my Rise to Richard series in Cabin Crew Simulator. What will we unlock in this episode? Let's find out. Okay, everyone, if you remember from our last episode in this series, we bought this plane. Now, it's been amazing so far, so what I'm hoping to do in this episode is get the pilots for this plane and maybe a new destination. Let's find. Hopefully, we can do it. First thing I'm gonna do is turn flying animations off so we can get the flights done quite a bit quicker. So let's do a flight. Let's see how much the new destination is. It's 1,300 skybucks near to Seattle. Okay, so what we're going to do actually is we're going to do a multi-leg flight from Robloxia to New York City back to Robloxia. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get. A celebrity, that'll make us quite a nice bit of money towards the unlock that I want to get. We are spawned from gate 1, which is just over there. I think Seattle will be a really good unlock because it can actually boost our airline quality a little bit, because it will give us more destinations, and quality is partly based off of destinations. When we land the first time we get our paycheck, I will show you what quality is determined by. And we have 13 passengers on board this plane, so only 3 seats in this whole flight will be empty. And I might also do a mission in this episode as well, but I don't know. It depends how long it takes us to do these 2 flights and get everything that I want to get in this episode, which is the flight crew for this plane, because right now we are using the flight crew for the ERJ, and I also want to get Seattle, and it's a new destination. As you can see, this is the last passenger to get on board our plane, and then we can begin the flight.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the plane.
Ladies and
As you can
gentlemen,
see,
we are
doing
preparing
this.
for departure. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened, your theme and tray table are upright, and all carry-on items are stowed.
Because it's a functional PA announcement, meaning that it can encourage passengers to do stuff. You need to do your seatbelt set upright, and we can take off.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
And you can see without flying animations, we cannot actually see the plane taken off, which is a good thing because it speeds up everything just a little bit.
On the flight deck, we have reached our cruising altitude.
Obviously, it's insignificant on these
Start their
flights,
in-flight service shortly.
but when I start
Sit
getting the
back,
bigger
relax,
planes,
and enjoy the flight.
it'll be even more significant because it takes quite a bit of time. Just serving the passengers now. Hopefully nothing goes wrong like in the last episode where we had a water landing. Hopefully. Let me serve you. What's been your guys' favourite part about this whole series? Do feel free to let me know in the comments, because I am generally interested. Because if I know what your favourite things are, I can do them more often. Alright, that's all the food done. Now we can move on to drinks. Pepsi's better. Just saying, Pepsi is better than Coca-Cola. How many people want a Coca-Cola? Anyone gonna have a Pepsi? Very plain having a water. Oh dear.
This is your captain speaking. We have a fire in the cabin. Flight attendants, use your fire extinguishers.
Just what I wanted. I've now got a rusty plane. Some passengers are going to get oofed. I can already see it. Yeah, if the fire could stop spreading, that'd be nice. Why did the devs have to nerf the fire? I've got rusty feet. I'm bound to have a few dead passengers. By a few, I mean literally everyone on my flight is dead. Brilliant. Good news is the fire is out. Bad news is we've got no passengers to serve anymore.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
What passengers have I got to prepare for arrival? They're all dead. So that was fun, wasn't it, guys? Will I still get paid? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's a multi-leg flight. I'm gonna have a lot of fun explaining this to the cleaners. The door's open. As you can see here, you can see that quality is based off of menu items, seats, amenity items, and destinations. So what do we do when there's no passenger to the plane? I'm gonna clean the toilet, that's what I'm gonna do. There are no passengers to the plane. So I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna reset and do another flight because obviously there's no way I can continue with that flight. Here I am back at Roblox here, and I'm gonna get my suit on. And we can actually afford the CRJ 200 flight crew now, so we're gonna do that. Well, actually no, we're gonna get Seattle. Seattle seems to be way more important. We are spawning this time from gate 2, which is just over here. Guys, do you think I'm gonna go to jail for that last flight where I killed 13 passengers? So yeah. Oh, there's a 787. No, that's a 7. Hold on. It looks like one of the planes I would fly on my main account. So now I just want to see what it is. I am sorry about this. It appears to be a 7879. It's a 7878. You can tell by the name. Anyway, sorry about that. And my plane. Hopefully, no more issues arise. If there is an issue, well then, my unlucky day. 12 passengers. Hopefully, we keep all of them this time. But yeah, I think we just got unlucky on our last flight. Hopefully we don't have that same issue again. Do you reckon we'll get some people who actually want Pepsi on this flight? Hopefully.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for departure. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are upright, and all carry-on items are stowed.
There we go. Just gonna deal with a few people. There we go. We're now
Flight
taking
attendants, please be seated
off.
for takeoff.
We are now taking off. And when we are in the sky, we'll find out if we have another issue or not. Hopefully not. So I just want to get from point A
This is
to
your
point
captain from
B.
the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendants should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Guys, what's your favourite emergency in this whole game? For me, it's the gear failure, because it's the only one that happens during the landing phase, and it
Ladies and
makes quite
gentlemen,
a bit
this
of
is your
sense.
captain from the flight deck. We've been told by air traffic control to expect some moderate turbulence up ahead.
Let's turn the
We'll try
seatbelt
our best
sign
to give
on.
you a smooth ride, but expect some bumps over the next couple of minutes.
Also, can this video do just as well as episode 2 did? Because looking at the analytics, episode 2 did very well. If you want to look at that episode, it's on my channel, and I'll make a playlist for this series. Because obviously playlist for this series is very good, and I even said I would make one in a video that I made. Well, the short that I made, just saying what I wanted to do with this channel. So yeah, I'm gonna do weekly videos of this series, and there may be some videos sprinkled throughout with some more cabin crew simulator stuff. I do plan to do a video showing off the Concorde. And finally we got someone who wants a Pepsi. Coffee, fair enough. Water, you're a bit of a plain. Plain Jane. What do you want? Another Pepsi! Pepsi is just superior to Coca-Cola. Yeah. If you think Coca-Cola is better, you are wrong. That is a lot of Pepsi to happen in one flight. There we go. All the passengers served without an
This is your
issue
captain from
so
the flight
far.
deck. We have started our initial descent and we'll be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Hoping we won't have one of them unconscious pilots or gear failure emergencies. Even though I do love the gear failure, I don't fancy dealing with it. Oh, we could be in
Flight
luck.
attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for
Stop
landing.
complaining about
Please
my
return
Wi-Fi.
to your seats, fasten your seatbelt, place your seat back
Instead,
and
you can
tray
put your tray
table
table
upright,
away.
and stow any remaining items.
We are landing safely. Hopefully. It should be safe. I mean, what issues could we possibly have We have landed safely without any issues to the CRJ. Which is very nice. And I got 407 skybox for that flight, which is enough to purchase Seattle. And then we'll do a flight to Seattle. And you know what? To make it fun and a bit different, I'm going to fly to Seattle in the ERJ. Because I can. And frankly, because I want to. It's been a while since I've used the ERJ. I think it's been a while. It's been a week since I've used this account, the ERJ. I haven't used the ERJ at all on my other account. Because why would I? I've got... On my other account, I literally have this. Oh, and also, I don't know if I said this in the last video or not, but for all of you who are new here, my first goal for this series is to get this plane because it's got business class, and the first plane to have business class. I'm going to collect the ERJ and fly to Seattle. All the good stuff. And next. Oh, yes, please. Let's have a gear power failure, I guess. I meant to press gear failure, but press power failure. Oh well. Well, we're definitely going to have an emergency on this flight because I have just selected it. The wrong one. Didn't mean to select power failure. I wanted the gear failure. But it is what it is. We have 10 out of 11 passengers on board. My first flight to Seattle, and I've deliberately chosen to do something bad. Oh dear. Let's start the economy boarding. Let's open the cockpit so my pilot can get in the cockpit. There we go. And here are the passengers. It feels good doing a flight in this thing, because as much as I do love the CRJ, sometimes it's nice to come back to start a plane once in a while. Sometimes it is just that I want to come back to start a plane. Sorry, is that everyone? Oh no, they're just a latecomer. Don't be late to my flight again. People are on board.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain for the flight
I'm
deck.
going to do the announcement.
Welcome aboard the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
And
preparing for
headlock in.
departure. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray
Speed.
table are upright, and all carry-on items are stowed.
And we can take off.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
Oh, another is my kind of off-flight animation. It's because I started playing this game before the flight animations were in. And because of that, I don't really care about them.
We have reached our cruising
We're
altitude.
going to be through
Flight
first.
attendants should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the
This
flight.
lady wants the crackers. This person wants the crisp. This person wants the peanut. This person wants the crisp. This person wants the crackers. This person wants the peanut. This person wants the crackers. That person Want the crisp. The emergency should be kicking in any minute now. You want the nut mix. You want the peanut. And the power failure has kicked in. There we go. That's not normal. The electrical power seems to have failed. You can retrieve a flashlight from the safety cabinet. Oh, the floor level lighting actually turned on. That's why I didn't notice that. So let's see what has happened. We've lost most electric power and most communication. We're speaking 7600, communication failure. Airport momentarily going to guard us. Fighter jets are arriving. There they are. That's what I love about the power failure. You get fighter jets. But either way, I still meant to select the gear failure and mistapped and got the power failure. The cabin temperature is dropping rapidly. Ensure every passenger has a blanket quickly. There you go, every passenger now has a blanket. The pilots need help to restore power. We need your help holding a few buttons down. I can do that. There you go, the power should be turning back on. Well, let's watch from the tablet. What is the power? The power is now back on. And the fighter jets will be going away shortly. I helped fix the power failure. There goes the fighter jet.
Power failure. Everything's back online now and the aircraft is operating perfectly normally. Thanks for your patience.
I can now
This
start
is your
correcting
captain
the
from the
crash.
flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us and we hope to see you again soon. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
And I can start preparing people for arrival to the
Ladies and
announcement.
gentlemen, we are preparing for landing. Please return to your seats, fasten your seatbelt, place your seat back in tray table upright, and stow any remaining items.
The upright, and we can land in Seattle. I think it's going to be a bit of a rough landing. Just going to go around, quickly opening the overhead bins. The speed, I missed one. The speed, as you can see, we have arrived in Seattle. I don't think we're going to get paid that much. $299, I can work with that. We now have 407 Skybucks, and here we are in Seattle with this nice red theme. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for episode 4, where I might try and save up for a new plane and an AI worker. I've been Legacy Wheels and Technician Tales. You lot have been awesome, so goodbye.